Hello, my VIPs, very important patrons, some of my favorite people in the world. A member of Patreon sent me a message. She loves my restorative yoga classes that are posted on YouTube, and I don't think there's any posted on Patreon yet, but that's about to change. She requested a shorter restorative yoga class because an hour is just too long, and I get that. Within an hour's class, you have to also count in the getting there and leaving and getting on with your day. So sometimes an hour is too much. So we're about to do a nice short half-hour restorative yoga class that only you guys get to see. So I put down a mat right here kind of in the center of my place, so you don't need a lot of room. So all you need is a yoga mat with space, because you're not really going to go much further over your mat one way or the other. So as long as you have a yoga mat and the space for it, you got enough space to do this. So let's do it. I'm going to check my phone occasionally to check the time because I want to keep on that half-hour mark, and we're just going to do it. So I'm going to focus this down here, bring in the yoga mat right there, and the likelihood of not having a Great Dane or French Bulldog show up in this video is very unlikely. So again, if you have children or pets, this can still be done even with all that going on around you, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to come down onto your yoga mat, and you're just going to roll down onto your mat. This half-hour class is going to be all nice and flat on your mat. Can you see that? Are we good? Yes. So, first things first, take your arms out to the side, nice and flat. Point your toes straight up to the ceiling at first, but then just let those feet open to the side and be nice and loose, not holding on to anything. Gently roll your shoulders onto your back so you're pressing them right into your mat. You can press your tailbone into your mat just a little bit and have your back curve out a little bit between your lower and mid back, or you can press your back super flat. The goal is just be comfortable. And then close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, just start to take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Fill up your chest and lungs. You can hold that breath for a second. And then nice deep exhale. It is okay to hear your own breath. It's a good way to know how your practice is going. You want to circulate that oxygen throughout your body. Nice big inhale. Nice deep exhale. Couple more rounds of breath all on your own, and then we'll start to move together. Just maybe think about if you're holding on to anything, either physically or mentally or both. When you exhale, can you let that go? So let go of any thoughts you can't kind of fix or work on for at least the next 30 minutes. And if you're having any physical pain, when you exhale, try to exhale into that spot and maybe it can soften. Just remember, everything is at your own pace, and pain is bad. So if something doesn't feel good, don't do it. Next, nice deep exhale. And then wiggle out your fingers, roll out your wrists, gently lift your feet up, point and flex your toes, lift up your heels, roll out your ankle. Just add in some nice little movement. And then just roll that head side to side, chin coming down toward each shoulder. Nice and gentle. You can hold it in one spot if that side feels really good. Go for it. Do that for as long as you want. Remember, if it feels good, it's probably a good thing for your body. When you're ready, bring that head back to the center, and those arms are going to reach up top, fingertips touch. Reach as far back as you can behind you. You might yawn because it feels really good. Toes come to touch, and stretch those toes away from you. Imagine I'm pulling on your hands and on your feet, that nice deep stretch from your center. And then let that go. Right knee is going to gently pull in toward your chest. Just work on pressing your knee in towards you right now, that's all. You can roll out that ankle some more, point and flex those toes. And then gently switch. Left knee pulls in, right leg goes out. Gently just press on that left knee. Add in that ankle. Point and flex those toes. Breathe. And then keep that left knee exactly where it is. Pull that right knee into it. You can cross at your ankles. Let's make some nice circles on the ceiling. Pulling your knees in and pressing them away. Gently rolling over that tailbone. Curving out your back a little. This should feel good. Whenever you're ready, reverse it and take it the other way. And then both feet are going to come down onto the floor. Soles of the feet are nice and flat. Just give me some windshield wipers, dropping those knees side to side. Try to get those knees all the way down to the floor on both sides, as far on the left, as far on the right as they'll go. You can change that into accordion by letting one leg lead, having that other leg follow behind it. Adding in a little work there to your hip flexors. Good. And then keep that right knee there. Take that left leg over to the side. Soles of the feet touch. So now we're going to do our hip opener. All you have to do right here is breathe. In yoga, you never have to force a pose or force movement. Your breath will do that for you. If you just breathe, you're going to get where you want to go. So just breathe. That's where that big inhale, big exhale always comes into play. In yoga, I like to break it down super simple. Your inhale is the I'm about to do something. Your exhale is doing it. So that's the action, if you will, your exhale. Couple more breaths right there. It's okay to pause. It's okay to take your time. Feel free to let your mind wander. It's the best feeling in the world. My mind is often that way, but feel free to let yours just clear out. It's a nice time to let that happen. When you're ready, if this has been too intense, take your hand and help scoop up those knees nice and gently. And then right knee is going to pull into your chest as your left leg goes straight out on the floor. And then take that right hand, holding that right knee, and open everything up to the right. Use that elbow if you want to make a kickstand to hold that knee up. You can certainly do that. And now keep bracing that right knee underneath a little bit, and then take that right leg straight out to the side, as straight as it can be. Pull that knee into your chest again on the right, and then left hand is going to reach over and grab that right knee, pull that knee across, keep your back nice and flat, which means probably that knee now on the right won't go down to the floor as far as maybe as it could if you rounded it out, but don't do that. Keep your shoulder blades pressing nice and flat.
You want to add in an upper body twist. Head will look over to the right as your knees going toward the left. Breathe. Sorry, that felt good. And then take that hand kind of underneath or on the side of that right knee and open that right leg off to the side again. I have a couch in my way right here, but I'm using it to my advantage. If you have stuff in your way, just go around it or just move that stuff. Pull that knee back into your chest. Beautiful. Switch it out. Right leg goes out, left knee pulls in. Left hand holding on to that left knee. Open that left leg to the left. Bracing that left knee. Open that left leg straight out to the side on the left. That actually works really well for holding my leg in place. Beautiful. Pull that left knee into your chest again. Right hand will reach over. Grab that left knee. Pull it across your body. Back stays nice and flat. Left knee's heading down toward the floor. Look over to the left. Give yourself that upper and lower body twist. Make it feel good. And then holding on to that left knee, brace it any way you would like. Open that left leg straight out on this side. So it's your left leg, but it's pointing over toward the right. Good. Pull that left knee into your chest. Pull that right knee into your chest. Make some nice circles on your mat again. And then you're going to reach in between those knees. Grab those big toes. Separate all that stuff right there for happy baby. You can keep your knees bent. You can rock side to side. You can pull your legs straight. Anything you want to do that feels good, just do it. And then soles of the feet will come back down onto the floor. Fingertips are going to come down and just find your heels. So if you can touch your heels just a little bit, that's a good way to know where you're lined up and that's where you want to be. We're just going to do some modified bridges. That means the arms are going to stay right down nice and flat. And as you inhale, you're just going to press your hips up toward the sky. Inhale. Lift up off your mat. Breathe. Lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Melt right back onto your mat. Press that tailbone in. That's the period at the end of that sentence. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Keep that going. So you want to take nice big breaths because you want to be filling up your lungs as you go up. And then you want to have all that oxygen in your lungs to press out as you go down. So really inhale it, fill it up. Fill up that balloon of joy. Is that a new hashtag, balloon of joy? Perhaps. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Keep that left foot on the floor. Right foot is going to come up and intersect that left knee. Press that right knee open away from you because we're doing pigeon on our back. If we were on our stomachs doing pigeon, all of this would be pressing against the floor. So this knee wouldn't be able to come back towards you. It'd be on the floor. So don't let it come back towards you. Don't do it. Hands come through underneath that left knee, and that left leg goes straight up into the sky. Press your shoulder blades down so your chest kind of lifts up a little bit, and then you can walk your hands up that left leg if you want. You can go to your ankle, you can get to your toes, whatever you want to do. Walk it back down, and then step that foot on the floor, and now switch it out. Right foot goes down, left ankle intersects that right knee, press it open. Hands go behind that right knee, and that right leg goes right up into the sky. That's a lot of right. Walk your hands up that right leg. If you want to, everything's always optional. It's always your class. So if you're not feeling something today, that's okay. No one's gonna know. Walk it back down. Right foot comes down onto your mat. And then drop those knees to the side on the right, as far over as they can go. Slide that right foot out from underneath that knee and stack it on top of that left knee. Have that hip roll over just a little bit on the side, on the left, so it goes up closer toward the ceiling. I'm going to do a little time check to make sure we're on time and doing all right. We're doing so good. Slide that foot back down underneath. Bring that head back to the center. Drop those knees all the way over to the left. Slide that left foot out from underneath and stack it on top of that right knee. Breathe. Those nice big inhales and exhales should still be continuing just the same. And it's okay, I forget to do it all the time. The ideal yoga is to match the breath with the movement. Sometimes I'm perfect with that. A lot of the times I'm not, and that's okay. There's no such thing in my book as perfect yoga, okay? You just have to do what feels good for you, because that means there's no pain, and that means it's right. Slide that foot back down underneath. Both knees will come up into the sky, and then take both legs straight out onto the floor. Do that big reach up above your head, and with your toes again, straight arms, straight legs. And I've created this with the help of my class on Maui, banana asana. It's not a real thing, but it does feel real good. So press your hips over to the left, and your arms and your legs curve out to the right, like a banana. Bring everything to the center. Hips press toward the right. Arms and legs go to the left for what? Yes, banana asana. And then bring it back to the center. Bring those arms down by your side. And now just kind of roll your hips side to side. Hips go to the right. Hips go to the left. It's a super little micro movement, but it feels good. And then we're just going to keep rolling right over the next time. So whichever direction you want, keep that rolling going and roll right over onto your stomach and come on down to your mat. Take those arms on either side and just place one of your facial cheeks down on your mat. Let your shoulders melt over. Breathe. Feel the rise and fall of your breath there in your chest and your stomach. Take your head, look at the other side, other direction. Breathe, inhale, exhale. And then bring that chin right to the center of your mat. Arms are going to come up and stack underneath your chin. So your chin's on both of your hands stacked. And now bring that right foot up behind you. Bring that right hand over and just press that right heel in toward you. That's all you have to do. Not doing any movement other than pressing that heel in. Beautiful. Now staying on that right side, bring that right leg down, stack your hands back to where they were, bring that right knee up toward your right elbow. I call this frog pose. I used to say like a dead frog in the road, but then someone said in class, why does the frog have to be dead? This is yoga. And so you can either go that it was like reborn, or it's a happy living frog, just kind of chilling with one flipper. Is it a flipper? One flipper up? I don't know, but do that. You can take your head and look over to the right. This one feels really good. So stay in it as long as you want. Nice quiet sounds of garbage cans and dogs barking in the distance. It's nature, just nature. Take that right leg back. Chin comes down to your right hand as your left hand reaches back and finds that left foot. Press that left heel in toward you. Breathe. And then let that go. Stack your hands together again. Left knee comes up to that left elbow. Head looks over to the left. Happy, prosperous, living frog. When you're ready, take that left leg back down by your side. And now both hands are going to come down to your mat, elbows as well, and gently press your chest up and look up for Sphinx pose. You can look all the way up because that feels nice, but also take the time to let your head be heavy and look down. That's a super great stretch that I love for the back of your neck. Keep pressing up with your chest. Don't let your chest melt down toward your mat, just your head. And then come down. Slide those hands underneath your shoulders so now your elbows are up off your mat. And now gently press all the way up for your up dog or baby cobra. If you have back stuff, this is a nice one that a lot of physical therapists will even do. So it can be up as much as you want. If you don't want to be up this high, you don't have to. You can stay here. You can just barely lift up off your mat or any variation in between. Lower all the way down when you're ready. Stack those hands again. Legs will come up in the sky behind you. And now do reverse windshield wipers. Getting those legs down to the floor on both sides as much as you can again. Rolling over those internal organs, helping them work a little bit better, secreting stuff that needs to get going. Take your head and mirror your legs, one side and then the other. Bring those legs down behind you. Hands are going to press on your mat. You're just going to come up to a nice tabletop right here.
Let me adjust the screen because it's a one-man show here, everybody.
Tabletop, shoulders over elbows, over wrists, nice flat back. Inhale as you look up for your cow. Exhale, curve your back up toward the ceiling for your cat. So inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep doing that one. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Few more. Make it feel good. It's your practice. Make every movement complete. When you're ready, nice flat back. Knees are going to go to either side. Big toes will come to touch. Sit back on your heels and then walk your arms forward for child's pose. Come on down. With every exhale, can you let your chest go? Can you let your stomach go? Can you sit back closer toward your heels? All of that happens when you exhale, so just breathe. You want your knees to be out toward the side because you want to be able to melt down to your mat. Breathe. Walk your hands over to the right, maybe touching that floor, curve out the left like a half moon. Hands come up to the top of your mat, and then walk them over toward the left, curve out your right. Hands come up to the top of your mat for one more nice inhale. Exhale in your child's pose. And then walk your hands back to meet your knees and come back up to your tabletop. And then just swing around nice and gently and have a seat. Legs are going to be straight out in front of you. Toes? Toes, yes. Toes pointing straight up toward the sky. Nice flat back. Lift up your chest. Inhale as those arms come up. Exhale, fold. So, if your knees buckle up a little bit, it's okay. Hamstrings can be tight. Calves can be tight. It happens. But if you can, try to make them nice and flat. You'll get there if you inhale and exhale. So breathe. It doesn't matter if you can't get to your toes. Get to wherever you can get today. If that's your knees, great. That's your ankles, great. If it's only up here on your hips, wherever it is, it's a great spot to be in. Just wherever you are, breathe and fold there. Walk your hands up those legs right there. Bring your back nice and flat again. And then while you're seated, sitting up nice and tall, legs still out in front, roll out your neck. Nice big circles, half circles, whatever feels good for you. Go one way and reverse it and take it the other way whenever you're ready. And then let those arms come down by your side so you can roll out your shoulders. One at a time, both forward and back, it doesn't much matter. And then just give yourself a little twist. Twist side to side.
Looking over each shoulder, nice and gently. No hurry, swing it as wide as you want. Nice work. Which is weird because you know I'm by myself, but you're watching it, so nice work. When you're done twisting it, scoot back down into the center of your mat and then roll down. One vertebrae at a time. Your head will go down last. And now, end class just the way that we started. So get nice and comfortable. Close your eyes. Go back to those nice deep inhales and exhales because now it's your Shavasana. So you'll be here for just a couple of moments, all on your own, just breathing, taking in your practice, and then I'll bring you back in just a little bit and we'll finish this class together. So just breathe and enjoy your Shavasana. Staying right there where you are in your Shavasana. Wiggle out your fingers and wiggle out your toes. Gently roll your head side to side, chin coming down toward each shoulder. Arms reach above your head, fingertips touch. Legs stretch out in front of you, toes touch. Do that stretch again where it feels like I'm pulling on your hands and on your feet. That nice deep stretch right from your center. And then rolling to your right side, pulling your knees into your chest in a fetal position. Curl yourself up into a little ball, just for a breath or two. Maybe tell yourself something kind of nice about yourself. Just in this pose, our original state that we all began in. Maybe give yourself some positive affirmation, something you're grateful for, something you're looking forward to. Breathe. And then when you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat of your choice. And that can be on your knees, ankles crossed, legs straight out in front of you, whatever you like. If your eyes have opened, close them together again. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer, and we'll do one final inhale and exhale together. Inhale. Exhale. I truly believe we only keep what we have by giving it away, and we all have so much. And by that, I mean a kind word, patience, a second chance. If you give any of that away, you will get it back, and you will get it back today. With that, I take my forehead and I bow it to my fingertips. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Very nice. Thank you for letting me guide you through one of my favorite things. I love restorative yoga. I hope you find some benefits to it. And thank you for allowing me to spend this time with you. I'm always truly grateful and thankful for it. Aloha. do it.